My name's Amata, and in this Red Gaming Tech video I'm here with the nominees and the winners for this year's d.i.c.e Awards. Of course, it's the 21st d.i.c.e Awards. Obviously, these are all games that came out in 2017, which, as we all know, was an absolutely fantastic year for video games, with numerous great releases coming out, making it a real struggle for people like myself to make their Game of the Year lists at the end of the year. However, of course, everyone really wants to know what won Game of the Year in the so-and-so award show, and here we have the winner, of course, for Game of the Year, but also a bunch of other awards as well, and we see some very deserving winners indeed. So let's begin with the award for Outstanding Achievement in Animation. And I know the game you're all thinking of, and yes, it is nominated, as we have Cuphead, For Honor, Hellblade, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Uncharted Lost Legacy. Thankfully, there is justice in the world, as Cuphead won it. No argument there. I don't think there'll be pretty much anybody who would argue with that particular achievement. Very, very well deserved. We also see them nominated for the next award as well, which is the Outstanding Achievement in Art Direction. And we see fairly similar nominations. We have Cuphead again, Hellblade, Horizon Zero Dawn, Little Nightmares, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And once again, Cuphead took it. Against some fairly stiff competition. Obviously, Horizon Zero Dawn, as gorgeous as it is, doesn't really have an art direction per se. Not in the same way that, say, Breath of the Wild does, or that Little Nightmares does. But I'm glad Cuphead won it, even though I do really like the aesthetic of both Little Nightmares and Zelda. I definitely think Cuphead deserves to win here, because there's nothing like it at all, really. But moving on from the sort of aesthetic and graphics-based awards, we have the Outstanding Achievement in Character, and we have the nominees of Bayek from Assassin's Creed Origins, Senua from Hellblade, Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, Aiden Versio from Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Chloe Frazier from Uncharted Lost Legacy. Now, I quite like Aloy a lot, actually, and I really like Bayek as well. He's one of the reasons I actually like Assassin's Creed Origins as much as I do. But I do agree with the winner, which was Senua from Senua's Sacrifice, obviously Hellblade. She obviously is really, really critical to that game, and is obviously one of the reasons why it's so good. And obviously, given that she is, you know, one of the very, very few characters in that game, her being well realised was definitely critical to the success of that game, and they pulled it off with aplomb, if you ask me. So glad to see them being recognised there. So next up we have the Outstanding Achievement in Original Music Composition. I wish there's competition there, but thankfully I didn't. And we have Call of Duty World War II, Cuphead, Horizon Zero Dawn, Rime, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus being nominated. And, as you might expect, Cuphead took it, because, well, once again, not only is the music really, really good and really original, it goes perfectly with the aesthetic as well. However, speaking of sound, we also have the Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design Award. And we have Destiny 2, Injustice 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Super Mario Odyssey, and Uncharted Lost Legacy being nominated as well. And the winner here is Super Mario Odyssey. And obviously, sound design obviously means things like the little things that you may or may not pick up on, although you will if they're annoying, like the jump sounds, all the little touches that make the world feel more complete, give it that extra little sprinkle of character. And obviously, if there's one thing that Super Mario Odyssey had in spades, it is character. So I can't really disagree, to be honest, given that I haven't really put any time at all into Destiny 2, and the less about Star Wars Battlefront 2, the better. So let's move on to the Outstanding Achievement in Story. And this one's going to be a bit divisive, I reckon, as we have Hellblade being nominated again, as well as Horizon Zero Dawn, Night in the Woods, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. Now, Wolfenstein 2, I'm not really sure on that nomination, to be honest with you, but we do see Horizon Zero Dawn taking the win here. And that's not like I think Horizon's bad or anything, I don't. I love that game. It was one of my games of the year last year. Again, if you haven't seen my Game of the Year video, I would personally, obviously I would recommend you check it out. I put a fair bit of work into it. But regardless of that, as much as I enjoy that game, would I call it an Outstanding Achievement in Story? I don't know, I mean, the story's good, and it's part of the reason why that game is so good, but I don't know if I'd put it above the others there. To be honest with you, the competition there is really fierce, so I'm not really sure who I pick offhand. Maybe Hellblade, but there's definitely a strong argument to be made for What Remains of Edith Finch as well. However, next up we have outstanding technical achievements, and we have Assassin's Creed Origins, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Horizon Zero Dawn, Lone Echo, Echo Arena, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild once again. So, unsurprisingly, Horizon Zero Dawn took this because, again, the same argument as to why I didn't think it should win the aesthetic award that I did earlier is kind of why it should win this one, because it is one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played. The world is absolutely stunning, because not only does it look crisp, but the graphics are really good. It's got a style, it's got brightness to it. Everything feels so colourful, and it genuinely is just a really nice pleasure just to walk around in that game and just see the little details and the hours of painstaking effort the developers put into it. So definitely 100% agree with that. So we have Action Game of the Year as we go into these sort of Game of the Year categories, although I will leave the actual Game of the Year till the end. Ha ha ha. However, going to try and speed things up a little bit as we have quite a bit to get through. We have Call of Duty World War II, Cuphead, Destiny 2, PUBG and Wolfenstein 2 being nominated. Unsurprisingly, PUBG won it. I disagree, but, you know, that's that really, isn't it? I wasn't on the jury, clearly. Anyway, Adventure Game of the Year. Assassin's Creed Origins, Horizon Zero Dawn, Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and Uncharted Lost Legacy. Legend of Zelda took it. And while I do really like Horizon, and I do really like Mario, and obviously Origins as well, I can't really disagree with giving it to Zelda, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with giving it to Horizon on that either, but still, definitely a choice that you can't really argue too much with. Family Game of the Year, you got Drop Mix, G-Nog, Just Dance 2018, SingStar Celebration, and Snipperclips. Snipperclips 1, haven't played any of those, so zero opinion. Fighting Game of the Year, we have ARMS, Injustice 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Nidhogg 2, and Tekken 7. Injustice 2 took it. Again, haven't played any of them, so yeah. Racing Game of the Year was between Dirt 4, Forza 7, Gran Turismo Sport, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Project Cars 2. Happily, Mario Kart 8 took it. I cannot disagree with that at all. RPG of the Year was between Divinity Original Sin 2, Middle-earth Shadow of War, Nier Automata or Automata, still not sure on the pronunciation, Persona 5, and Torment Tides of Numenera. Now, this went to Nier Automata, and I can't disagree with that because it is a fantastic game. You should all play it. It is honestly one of the best games made, period. But I really also love Persona 5. I recently just finished it after almost 90 hours, so I'm a little bit torn, but I think Nier does deserve it. As great as Persona 5 is, I think Nier does still take it, just for its brilliance and story and how it plays with gameplay. Anyway, Sports Game of the Year is between Everybody's Golf, FIFA 18, Golf Clash, Madden NFL 18, and MLB The Show 17. FIFA took it. Don't play sports games, so I have no opinion. Strategy/simulation Game of the Year is between End of Space 2, Halo Wars 2, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Total War Warhammer 2, and XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. Went to Mario and Rabbids, which I'm not going to disagree with, to be honest, because that game is weird and shouldn't exist, but it does, and it's actually pretty good rather. Next up, however, we have Immersive Reality Technical Achievement. I don't know what that means. I literally don't know what that is supposed to mean. However, we have Lone Echo, Echo Arena, Robo Recall, Star Trek Bridge Crew, The Invisible Hours, and Wilson's Heart. I guess they mean VR? Just say that then. Just, whatever. Lone Echo, Echo Arena won it. And we also have Immersive Reality Game of the Year going between Lone Echo, Echo Arena, Psychonauts and the Rhombus of Ruin, Robo Recall, Space Pirate Trainer, and Wilson's Heart. Lone Echo/Echo Arena took it as well. So we have the d.i.c.e Sprite Award going between everything, Goroga, I don't know, Night in the Woods, Pyre and Snipperclips. Snipperclips won it, should have gone to Pyre, but, you know, it's not something I'm going to get too het up over, like, no, not the d.i.c.e Sprite Award. Anywho, next up, is the Handheld Game of the Year, going between Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King, Etrian Odyssey 5 Beyond the Myth, Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, Metroid Samus Returns, and Monster Hunter Stories, and it went to Metroid Samus Returns. Mobile Game of the Year between Cat Quest, Fire Emblem Heroes, Goroga, I don't know, Monument Valley 2, Splitter Critters, and it went to Fire Emblem Heroes. Outstanding achievement in online gameplay, no prizes for guessing who this goes to. However, it's between Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, Fortnite, PUBG, and Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. And yes, it went to PUBG. Next up, we have the Outstanding Achievement in Game Design, going between Goroga, Horizon Zero Dawn, PUBG, Super Mario Odyssey, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Unsurprisingly, went to Zelda. Not really surprised because it deserves it a lot. Again, as much as I love Horizon, yeah, I kind of have to agree. I mean, I wouldn't have disagreed with Horizon either. I think both of those games could definitely be made a strong argument for the particular award. However, we also have the outstanding achievement in game direction, and we have Garoga again, Horizon again, as well as Legend of Zelda, Uncharted, and What Remains of Edith Finch. And unsurprisingly, Zelda took this one as well. So, the final award that I have to discuss for you today is, of course, the Game of the Year award, the award that we all, care about the most, or at least, what Game of the Year I need to know, obviously. So, what do we have? Well, we have Cuphead nominated, Horizon Zero Dawn, PUBG, Super Mario Odyssey, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And no prizes again for guessing that, yes, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild did take it. And, yeah, I can't disagree, to be honest. I mean, personally, I would have put Horizon over it, but that's just a pure personal preference because Horizon just felt so fresh. The world was so amazing. I mean, Zelda was really good. I really enjoyed it, but it didn't make my Game of the Year list, as I discussed at the time. Not to say it's a bad game, because by no means is it bad. It was brilliant. But I personally want to give it to Horizon, but obviously they have decided otherwise. And given that it's taken numerous awards, including, of course, the game direction, game design and all that, so I'm not really surprised to see it winning Game of the Year, especially after all the praise that's been heaped on it as well, rather deservedly so. So the total tally for the most amount of awards, of course, goes to Zelda, who took home 4. We see Cuphead winning 3, and Horizon, Lone Echo, and Snipperclips taking home 2 awards each. And obviously, I'm not going to go for all the singular awards, because I might as well just read out the whole awards list again. I'm not going to do that, because I've already been here for 12 minutes, so overall, I don't really have too many disagreements. Obviously, some minor nitpicks here and there, a few things where I would have chosen differently based on my personal preference, but I'm just one person. These were all chosen by a jury, and this is obviously what they've decided regardless of my opinion. Let me know your thoughts though, guys. What would you have chosen for the important categories like Game of the Year and so on? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Your support is always appreciated, so do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Your support really does make a huge difference, so thank you again for watching. Bye bye.